Do you have clothes sitting in your closet that for one reason or another you can't wear them anymore? Well, today I have 8 styling hacks for you, and it's going to help your old clothes turn into new kind of clothes that you can wear again. It really does revive a lot of your outfits. So let's start with a styling hack. And by the way, I put this styling hack up on Instagram and it also went on Facebook. Between the two of them, in 1 week, I had almost 1 million views on it. So I really wanted to start with this. This is when you have a pair of pants, they're a little bit tight, but you're going out to a restaurant or you're going to see a movie. And you know, once you start eating that popcorn and you start eating that meal, you're gonna expand a little. Well, let's take a look at my solution. We've all had this happen. We're wearing a favorite pair of jeans or pants, and once we are halfway through a meal, well, the pressure is literally on, right? Well, all you need is a hair elastic and kind of just excuse yourself before dessert. And in the washroom, you just loop the hair tie through the hole at the zipper and attach it to the button. Also, make sure that the zipper is in the down position, and voila! You just got an extra stretchy inch. Now make sure you're wearing a top that covers the button and go back to that dinner feeling a lot more comfortable and having room for a coffee and maybe even a piece of pie. And by the way, I have almost 100,000 followers over on Instagram, and I would love for you to follow me there. All you need to do is go to instagram.com/lovingourage, and I have inspirational messages there. I have makeup, of course, fashion, and I even have started putting up exercising videos for you 6 days a week. So enjoy. And as usual, don't forget to stay until the end of this video where I'm going to have another inspirational message for you, this time on how a sense of style is absolutely ageless. But for the second hack, let's kind of think about this for a second. You put on all your makeup, but now you're going to be putting on kind of a dress or something over your head, maybe even a turtleneck. You've got your makeup all on. You don't want to smudge it all over the place, and you certainly don't want to have that ring around the neck of makeup. So what do? Well, as most of you know, I'm a former model, and almost every time before I went on the set, the stylist did this, so I'm going to share it with you right now. They got a big silky scarf and put it lightly over my head. Then the dress or turtleneck went over the scarf, and I simply removed it carefully. Those stylists knew that returning the sample outfits back to the manufacturers would have consequences if makeup was all over them. And this trick will help you to not only protect your makeup foundation a little bit, but also save you money on dry cleaning bills because you won't have ring around the collar. And if you like videos like these made by a former model who really loves fashion, don't forget to subscribe. There's a button down there somewhere. And also click on the notification bell because if you don't, you probably won't be seeing my newer videos. All right, so for the next 2 tips, bring out those oversized tops and shirts that you have in your closet that you bought and you thought, oh yeah, these are great, these are gonna hide my belly. And then you realize, oh my gosh, they're just making me look heavier. Well, I've got tips for you. All you need to do is take a large safety pin and pull in some material from the inside like this from the back of the shirt. Now, take as much or as little material so that when you put on the shirt again, it's body skimming, but don't make it body tight. Look at how it looks. It looks like I lost weight, and you can leave the safety pin there until you wash it. However, don't use this trick on chiffon, fine materials, or silky tops. And next, let's look at an oversized top. Once again, hiding my tummy. This way, it just makes me look bigger. So let's take to the inside again, just under this button design, and take as much material as you need and simply tie an elastic around it to secure. And voila! You now look at least 5 pounds slimmer, and you've saved another top from your closet. And the beauty of both of these tips, even if you lose or gain weight, you just make minor adjustments on the safety pin or the elastic. Sometimes, if you're like me, you have a ton of scarves, but you kind of no longer want to wear them, tied around your neck or that kind of bulky way. Well, I've got a trick for you, and that is these little gadgets. They're for scarves, and they're kind of like a little bit of a brooch, but there's no pins on them. They look like this. I don't know, maybe I'll put it here. You get 2 of them, and one of them is in silver, the other one's in gold. You get 2 for $4.99, and let me show you a trick that looks stylish and really up to date these days. Let's take a look. Okay, this is a big scarf, and usually one would like to wear it thrown over the shoulder or tied in front, but for me, it's just too much scarf. Instead, I just want to take the scarf, fold it up, and loop both ends through the scarf brooch. Now I can tuck the excess into my undies, and I have just a touch of leopard scarf that looks classy and sophisticated. And the best part is that I can do this with most scarves in my closet, and they will replace buying a new silky blouse. This works with blazers and also with sweaters and cardigans. And talking about the tuck-in, I know I've mentioned these undies before. They're cotton, they're fantastic. They bring my waist in at the top, and they do the job without me resorting to shapewear. But I have another little trick for you using these undies. So, oh, by the way, I think you get 5 of them for about $26. But let's take a look at this trick. You have a great shirt, but when you tuck it in your pants, it just bulges and even makes your tummy look bigger. Well, here's where those undies come in handy. Just put the shirt into those undies and pull down on all sides. Now you have a smoother tummy without all the bunching, and this works for t-shirts and blouses too. And by the way, I'll have those scarf brooches and the undies, plus other, tops and pants that I'm modeling for you and wearing during this video underneath the video description and also in the comments. And of course, if you go to amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50, there you will find my favorite fashions, my favorite makeup, skincare, and I've even thrown in some household and kitchen favorites as well. But for now, let's get on to the next tip. Now, just in case you missed these on my dress styling video, I'm going to show them to you, but I have an extra tip that I didn't talk about last time on that video. These are the cotton shorts, and they are mostly cotton. You get 4 of them in different colors, and the idea is they go underneath your skirt or your dress. This would be great for a black dress. This is great for any color. And when the wind comes up and it blows up the dress, well, now you're covered. You don't have to worry about that modesty thing. But I got another tip for you, and that is, when the hot, sweaty weather, when you wear these cotton shorts, you're not going to get the thigh chafing. You know what I'm talking about, right? And since these go a little bit longer, they're going to be helping to prevent that. So, great item for the summer and the spring and when you're wearing dresses. And by the way, you get 4 of them for about $28. Next, I want to show off my latest top, and it's a lacy number that's a little bit see-through. Now, years ago, I would never wear a top like this, but I have discovered, kind of skin-colored camisoles like this one. This is by Jockey, and it's about $30. It also acts as a bit of a shapewear, so let's take a look on how I can wear lacy tops again. Now, as I mentioned, I would never consider a see-through lacy top like this one. But when I saw this beauty, it was just $45, available in 18 colors, and I knew I could make it work because of my camisole. It is so feminine looking, and it can go with jeans, pants, or a skirt. It also has a stretch to it, and I love the button detail, the sleeve detail, and did I mention it's also mostly cotton? Perfect with its flow-through design for the warm or hot weather. And now let's talk about style at any age. I truly believe that pushing, an oversized black top and black stretchy pants to the side and choosing to wear maybe stretchy boot-cut jeans, a fabulous belt, maybe even a red top and great shoes, sneakers or boots, and maybe a little jewelry and some sunglasses, not only helps me to have a more youthful vibe, but it gives me extra confidence too. One of my favorite parts of this styling video was how I could make, those oversized tops and shirts be a little bit more body slimming, and they just skim over your top. You're not going to make them really, really tight, but by not wearing those oversized tops, because I thought, oh my gosh, I have to hide this excess weight, I actually look slimmer now, and again, it just feels good to not wear something that's 2 sizes too big. This is not our time to hide. It's our time to shine. And I love going to events or, maybe out to restaurants and see women around my age wearing stylish and chic outfits. And a lot of the times I'm looking at them and I'm getting pointers for my outfit inspirations. So grab those hair ties if your jeans are just a little too tight. Wear those jeans again, and maybe even get a lace top and just feel so feminine and pretty again. And there's a lot of different tips and tricks that I showed you today. What I want you to do, I just want you to shine on. We're the generation that can really shine and be a beacon of light. And for me, it's just another way to be loving our age.